Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the channel. Imagine being able to earn a yield on Ethereum of 150% or more. That's APR, 150% APR. Now, if you were to compound that, it would be a much higher APY, probably a little over 300% APY. I'm going to show you how you can earn a yield on Ethereum of 150% APR before I'm done with this video. Now, this is not a gimmick, ladies and gentlemen. This is not a gimmick at all. And here's the cherry on top. You don't have to worry about paying the high gas fees on Ethereum or on the Ethereum chain. You heard that right. Now you're thinking, how in the world is that possible? Stick with me. I'm going to show you. Again, this isn't a gimmick, but it's not without risk. I'm going to be doing a review of a project, and the project that I'm reviewing is EMP Money. I'm just going to do a general review. I'm not going to do an in-depth tutorial or anything, ladies and gentlemen. And let me just tell you up front, this video is not sponsored content. You don't ever have to worry about my channel, ladies and gentlemen. I will always tell you up front if content is sponsored. Now, previously, EMP Money did sponsor a video on my channel. That is absolutely correct. And they wanted me to talk about this staking project here where you can stake Ethereum and you had to lock up your Ethereum for several months and you can earn up to 100% APY there. I'm not talking about that today because as more I've paid attention to this project, the more I like about it. So let me just give you an overview, and I'm going to tell you the good, the bad, the ugly, the pros, the cons, everything. So just know that if you're new to my channel, I always share the good and the bad. So if you're one of those people who can't accept the fact that there's something negative about your project, this might not be for you. And if you're one of those people who, you're always fudding projects and you always, want to talk negative and you can't stand the fact that somebody could say something positive, this might not be the channel for you. So let's go ahead and get into this. This is EMP Money. And let me just tell you a little bit of a backstory on this project. I was aware of this project when it launched. The gentleman who started this project, he doesn't go by, his name is AJ. AJ reached out to me, and I've known him. He's a subscriber on my channel. I've known of him for a really long time. We talk periodically. I've never actually met him, but he seems to be a really good guy, and I would consider him a friend online. He tells me he's going to start this project. He says, hey, I'm going to do this algorithmic stablecoin project pegged to the price of Ethereum. And immediately I was like, why? Why would you do that? These things notoriously don't succeed. Why in the world would you want to create a project where the odds are stacked against you? Literally, just so you know up front, 99% of algorithmic stablecoins have literally failed. And so I said, why in the world would you do this? And he said, because I'm going to do two things differently. The first is we're going to educate the community on how this project is going to work. And that's what I was most wrong about. Because you see, a lot of times on these projects, they get destroyed by the community. They lose peg by the community. And I just told him, I said, I don't know if that's going to work. Like, that's kind of the prisoner's dilemma. That doesn't usually work. The second thing he told me, he said, I'm going to do it on the Binance Smart Chain instead of Ethereum. And I honestly thought that was a horrible idea because if you want to attract Ethereum users, you should definitely be on the Ethereum chain. But because of the high gas fees, it's counterproductive for a smaller investor to invest on Ethereum. Where on Ethereum, you're going to pay, on the low side, $20, $30 per transaction. On the high side, $200 or more. Where Binance Smart Chain, it's like 10 cents, 20 cents, 30 cents. So he's going to use the Binance Smart Chain. Okay, so EMP Money's on the Binance Smart Chain. That's the first thing you need to know. But their token is pegged to the price of Ethereum. And when you see ETH over here on EMP Money, they're talking about ETH that exists on the Binance Smart Chain. So this project, well, let me just general overview. I'm not going to cover every component of the project. If you want me to do a full tutorial, I will do that. Just let me know down in the comments. I'll do a full tutorial. I'll let you know what strategies I'm looking to do, what strategies I like, what strategies I don't like. I'll tell you all that. You know me. I try to be an open book when it comes to crypto. Just let me know down in the comments if you want me to put up more content, more tutorials, whatnot about EMP Money. But the general overview is this. Every time that the EMP token is above peg, meaning it takes 4,000 EMP tokens to equal 1 Ethereum. So when you see that it's basically 4,000 EMP tokens right now equal 1.028 Ethereum. So we're considered above peg. And what happens is every time that we're above peg, when it goes to 1.0 1, then every 6 or every 8 hours. It's what's considered a TWAP, time weighted average price. If that time weighted average price is above 1.01, then they increase the supply of EMP tokens. More tokens get printed, literally. And the idea is when you release more tokens, over time, it's going to drive the price back down to 1.00 or 1.01. The question is, where do those EMP tokens go? Well, they go into the boardroom right here. And everyone who owns the eShare tokens gets the EMP tokens. We're not so concerned about the boardroom right now. I will tell you a common mistake on algorithmic stablecoins, the reason that they typically collapse, people get excited because the boardroom always has these crazy high APRs. They buy the eShare token. This token is insanely volatile. And as long as we're above peg, you get EMP tokens and it feels like awesome, and the eShare price can go higher and the APR is getting higher and everybody's making money. But what most people end up doing in the boardroom is they get EMP rewards, they sell the EMP rewards and they buy more eShares. They sell the EMP rewards and they buy more eShares. And every time you sell the EMP that you get as rewards, what you're actually doing, because you're selling, is you're driving the peg down. It's like investing suicide. And that's what most people do when they come into these sort of algorithmic stablecoins. Now, what EMP Money's done differently, which has shocked me, is the amount of education they do with the community. And they teach the community not to dump EMP or not to dump them all the time. If you're going to sell something, sell eShares, which is just brilliant. And I'm oversimplifying their strategy a little bit, but they teach people we wanted the EMP price to stay at or above peg as often as possible. That's how the entire community makes money. And I did not think the community would fall in line, but this community has grown. There's $44 million in total value locked. If you go look at this full course, it is a significant course to go through, and it explains absolutely everything, including the best strategies, and encourages people not to dump eShares and all that stuff. So how do you get your Ethereum yield? Watch. You come into farms, you see EMP and ETH, click view. Now remember, EMP is pegged to Ethereum. This is an LP token. You're yield farming essentially, and you're getting, instead of getting, going to sushi swapping it as sushi tokens, you're basically getting eShares. And you can go to PancakeSwap, sell your eShares. And the easiest thing to do is just sell your eShares for BNB. Come here, hit max, leave 0.1 BNB in there, and then click zap, and it will make your LP token for you on PancakeSwap. And it's easy. You can just compound your rewards, and you're going to be earning, without compounding, you're earning 150% APR in Ethereum. That's insane, ladies and gentlemen. That is insane. And you don't have to worry about the boardroom or none of that nonsense if you don't want to. That has nothing to do with Ethereum yield, outside of the fact that when you're in the boardroom, you are getting EMP rewards. But what a lot of people will do is they'll come into the farm, and there's other farms here, but again, it involves the eShare token. We're talking about sticking just to getting a yield on Ethereum. You can come into the farm and you can get these eShares for free. You can claim them. And if you wanted to, you can go to the boardroom and you can stick them in there. That way, you're not worried about the volatility of the eShare price. The eShare price goes up and down a lot. A 50% swing in a few days is nothing. Just know that it is incredibly volatile. And just know that any point in time, like yesterday, when the price was below peg, they're not getting any rewards in the boardroom. But if you come to the farm, you're going to earn nonstop. And you can claim your eShare, just sell them, and just keep growing this LP bag, EMP ETH LP bag. It's phenomenal. All right, good, bad, and ugly. So let me just start out with, let me just say what I don't like, and I'll tell you what I do like. So what I don't like is it's still an algorithmic stablecoin. At the end of the day, these things have a very hard time of succeeding long term. And historically, the lifespan is going to be a few weeks to several months, although there have been a few to go on for a year or so. What I like about the project is I think that the development team as a whole, AJ is a leader, and the group of 6 or 7 large investors is behind the platform. Like I think they genuinely want to see it succeed. Like, they're doing live AMAs every night, which is, by the way, I think is awesome. That's incredible. You should join their Discord, if for nothing else, just to see how a good Discord is ran. You can come in, you can ask questions. They're extremely helpful. There's very positive morale. Everybody seems to work together. Everybody wants to support the peg of EMP. You don't always see that. In fact, I would say you rarely see that in any Discord, but especially in algorithmic stablecoin. A lot of people are complaining when the boardroom's not printing. A lot of people don't understand why it's not printing. There's always a lot of confusion. But if you go into the EMP Discord, it is a lot of very good, hearted people that seem like they want to help each other out. And I really like that a lot. Keep in mind though, this project is risky. Like I would not put your long-term, moonbag life holdings of Ethereum in. I mean, if you want to do something like this, not financial advice, but you come in knowing that there is a risk it still loses peg. Nothing is guaranteed. There's also a risk that the project could get exploited. Even though they've taken security measures, there's audits, there's a rug doc. They've done everything they can when it comes to security. But in DeFi, you just have to know there's always a possible risk of an exploit. But if you accept the risk and you're like, hey, it's worth it for me to put 3%, 5%, 10%, whatever of my Ethereum holdings in this EMP platform on the Binance Smart Chain, it's totally worth it because I want to be able to get that 150% APR or 300% APY. And that's totally up to you. That's what I've done. I mean, I do have some funds. You saw I've got about a little over $3,000 right now. Now, long term, I'm going to actually work to build a position here. And I'm not going to leave everything in EMP. I do want to bring some more funds in, but I'm going to be taking out withdrawals. I'm going to be selling my E-shares and taking some profits along the way. 100% I'm going to be doing that. I promise you. But when you look at 100+% APR in Ethereum, I think it's somewhat worth the risk for me personally. Now, if you want to know how you can earn up to $1,000 per day, I actually have a course that I'm going to be rolling out. You can go ahead and subscribe to it. It's a free video course, reveals a little known method to earn $1,000 per day. This course is not even live yet. If once you subscribe, you're actually going to have to go confirm your email subscription. You're not going to get anything right away, but I'm going to be rolling this course out into this week, beginning of next week, and then you'll start getting a video. There's about 8 videos, I believe, in the series. You're going to get a video each and every day that's going to be showing you a strategy that I'm using to be able to build a consistent, long-term, hopefully very stable income stream of up to $1,000 or more per day. I'm going to break down the numbers. I'm going to show you all the math, and I'm going to show you exactly what I'm doing. So you can go down in the description, click on the link, subscribe, put your name, email, and phone number. By the way, on your phone number, I'm not planning to call you or anything. The reason your phone number's up there is because with this particular method, anytime something changes, the quickest way for me to get info out to you is through text. So I'll probably send you a text alert periodically just when I need to get info out to you really, really quickly. This has been my review of EMP Money, and I want to be able to show you how you can earn a yield on Ethereum because I don't know very many places or any place where you can earn a yield this high on Ethereum. Ladies and gentlemen, decentralized cryptocurrency equals freedom. This is Crypto Wealth. I'm out.